How are you?
Very good. How are you?
I'm all right.
Working this into your character?
Bit limpy. I have to now.
Yeah.
For a while.
What happened?
I was on that very stage, and it was the beginning of a rehearsal, and we were in the middle of a moment where I ran downstairs. That had nothing to do with it, and I ran off stage to try to help the students who were being attacked by the Cossacks. And after about the fourth step, I felt like
So you were trying to save them and you got injured. It's like...
You know, I do
casualty
anything
of
for
war.
my art.
When I first saw you on stage today and your hair was really thick, and I thought, what did the doctor give you for your calf? Rogaine? It really works. I might try that out.
You know, I've had nothing. They wouldn't let me take an analgesic. I'm on no anti-inflammatories. Nothing. I have acupuncture every day on it, and I'm strapped up very tightly. So I look very butch. I look like an AFL player from my thigh down. But I still have, I can't spring off. The calf is actually, where normal calves, if you imagine that, ripped off from the bottom. This has come from behind the knee, so it's ripped off the top for some reason.
So it's quite severe.
Well, it bled, and when a muscle bleeds, it's usually painful. But I'm in my sixth, at the moment, I'm in my sixth day of recovery, and this will take a 6-week period to actually get back to normal. But my recovery has been pretty quick. And we have modified the role somewhat.
You weren't tap dancing originally?
No tap dancing. The Brigadoon moment is cut. But we're doing it. We're getting through and telling the story, and that's the main thing, that we can tell the story successfully.
What's it like working in Star City in the Lyric Theatre? Have you been here before?
I have been here before. We did Phantom of the Opera here. We did Annie here. So I've had experiences of this theatre. I do forget, however, that it's not an easy theatre to hear when you're on stage. We don't hear the audience very much, which is kind of a sadness in a way, particularly at the end when I'm told people are standing on their feet and screaming. So that's lovely to know. But
it'll get into television.
But we don't know. That's right.
Lower yourself to television.
Right. Well, and in fact, this kind of production, because it is a drama, a romantic drama, because it is a drama, there aren't a lot of moments where you get an indication from the audience. There's no big laugh moments. There are a couple of laugh moments, but I don't get them. I get two. But really, there's that strange connection when you know a scene is going well, that you get the odd or from the audience.
Is a cough a good thing?
If it's not winter, it's a good thing. Yeah. So you do feel sometimes that reaction. It's rare. But as far as that swelling wow factor at the end, sometimes it's hard. And I do forget that this theatre does actually, it quells that.
Take it from me, trust that people are actually attentive when you're on stage. I think they're probably watching.
That's nice.
Pulling us to sleep.
Yeah, good. I'm pleased to know that. As we do things are being changed. My script looks like a rainbow with the different page cuts and changes and what have you. Lyric changes have happened. Dialogue changes have happened. And that in itself is exciting. But that's the challenge that I wanted to take when I took this on. And it's proving to be really very interesting and satisfying.
How did your understudy go the other day?
Wonderfully well. Anton has understudied me before. We did The Secret Garden together in 1995, and that was my first production after my cancer. And I was in Brisbane. I'd opened the show, and about 2 weeks into it, my ears went weird. So I couldn't. It was because I was actually still on chemotherapy, oral chemotherapy, while I was doing the show. I did want to do. It's almost like I want to, punish myself, but that's what I did. Anyway, Anton was my understudy and went on to great success. So that was really great. And he's a wonderful guy and a great colleague. And he actually was flying by the seat of his pants the other night because he had only rehearsed up to I think end of Act 1. So when they did the Friday night performance, they could only show them 30 or 40 minutes of the show. But that's okay, because people have to understand, previews mean that. Previews mean that the show has not become frozen, as we say in the business. So what they have to expect is possibly a stop in the show, where scenic problems may happen or what have you. But it's been running very smoothly, which is great.
Lucy tells me your family friends since she was very young.
Lucy Maunder, I used to bounce on my knee. Her father, of course, is Stuart Maunder, and I've worked under his direction with Opera Australia many, many times, and worked with her mother, Anne-Marie MacDonald. In fact, in the early days of my time with the Australian Opera, as it was called then, that's how old I am, Anne-Marie and I were often paired as the ingenues. And she's a wonderful woman and very talented, and it's wonderful to see Lucy, coming out of that union, and she's an extraordinarily talented young woman.
You put chills up my spine today, both of you.
That's good.
Fantastic.
That's what we aim to do.
Thank you very much for the interview again.
Nice to talk to you.
Very nice to
God
speak
bless
to you again.
See you later.